Ukrainian troops are still in control of Kyiv at this hour, but for how much longer? Petro Poroshenko is the former president of Ukraine. He was in power in 2014 until his defeat, too, of Vladimir Zelensky in 2019. He's joining us right now. Mr. Poroshenko, good to see you. Today you have your Kevlar protective vest on. Where were you in relation to that apartment that was hit? Did you hear it?
That's happening about 8 kilometers from my house, and but we have a lots of bombing, a lots of missiles attack, and that was it's impossible to imagine and impossible to explain how we feel. Then 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. We have a missiles attack, very loud blast, and absolutely disastrous picture around the Kiev in the 21st century in the middle of Europe. Now, this is disaster, and this is just a demonstration how difficult are now in Ukraine and how crazy is Putin, person from the hell, the evil, who come here to kill Ukraine and to kill Ukrainians.
You were on CNN Air yesterday, and you showed the arms that you have and the detail around you, how you all are protecting yourselves, how you and men between 18 and 60 are ready to fight. It's being reported that Russian forces may be only a few kilometers away from Kyiv. How prepared are you to confront them?
We do our best. We stopped Russia in year 2014. We have an 8-year war, but now we have an open aggression throughout the whole territory using the Russian missile and Russian aviation. And I can tell you that we try to transfer Ukraine to Switzerland, not only with the economic development, but also for under the bed of every Ukrainian, we should have an automatic rifle. And that would be a hell for Russian who tried to storm Kyiv. And Putin should explain to the Russians why already 3.5 thousand Russians are killed during the 72 hours of the Russian aggression. 100 tanks, 20 airplanes, more than 1,000 armed personnel carrier. And at the same time, we have lost about 40 civilians, including 2 children. They attack kindergarten, they attack schools, they attack Onco hospital. We should understand that the Putin attacked the whole Western world. We are here fighting not only for our people, not only for our soil, but also for the freedom and for democracy. And if Ukraine would be defeated, nobody knows where tomorrow Putin appeared. And that's why this is the helping Ukraine, assisting Ukraine. This is the investment in your own security. And I think that the Ukraine military display exceptional heroism. And we ruin the Putin plan for blitzkrieg, and the number of casualties among Russian soldiers, the time he spent to attack Ukraine, this is absolutely unexpected for Putin. We need not talking the talk, we definitely need an action. Putin and Russia have to stop already now, because every single day of Russian aggression, this is a disaster in Ukraine. And how we can do that, how we can stop Putin, definitely one of the mechanisms is sanction. And I'm very much happy. I'm waiting in hours or maybe in minutes the new sanction on the SWIFT, which can Russia weaker. We waiting for the sanction to stop Russian plane, Russian ships around the world. And with this situation, definitely that's can have an effect. At the same time, we need to supply to Ukraine urgently anti-tank missiles, which already very effective, including Javelin, including NLAV, anti-aircraft missiles, which was effective against Russian helicopter who deliver to Ukraine the Russian paratroopers, and definitely to finish up the procedure for block Nord Stream 2, and to help us to protect Ukrainian airspace against Russian airstrikes that is disaster during the night to have this attack.
So-
And by the way, it's a good idea to establish the international tribunal against Putin for having responsibility for this disastrous crime against humanity.
So, Mr. Poroshenko, we're unable to verify the numbers that you have. You said some 3,000 Russian troops you believe have been killed. How are you able to verify that? How are you able to determine whether you indeed all have the upper hand over Russia right now?
I think that would be right thing if our Vice Prime Minister said today that we invite Red Cross mission to transfer the dead Russians back to Russia and make it publicly. And all the Russian mothers, all the Russian people should see what price the ordinary people paid for the crazy idea of Putin, for the crazy fact that Putin hate Ukraine, hate Ukrainian, want to change, not only to change the border after World War II, but to refuse us the right not only to be free, not only to be democratic, but to the free use Ukrainian rights to live. And this is the big 40 million nation who has a diaspora throughout the world. We are one of the leaders in the reform in the program for transforming economy, for the integration to the European Union. And this is without any, our only fees is the fact that we want to be free, we want to be democratic, we want to be European. That's it. But it would be a great idea if Red Cross will invite for all the international journalists for the procedure for returning back dead Russian back to Russia.
Through sanctions, through banking measures, it's clear that the world community, a worldwide community, is behind Ukraine. And it seems to be, there is shrinking support, if any, for what Putin is doing. However, Putin and the Kremlin also want to win the information war. So it is saying that it did offer to talk with Mr. Zelensky, and because there was a refusal to talk with Mr. Zelensky while they had put a pause on military advancement, they have now put it back into place. Tell me how the messaging from the Kremlin is in any way impacting you and others in Ukraine.
Look, I want to ask all the CNN viewers, all the people of the world, with one very simple request. Please, don't trust Putin. Don't believe Putin. And two, don't be afraid of Putin. When we have the first day of the hybrid war since the year 2014, we have a lots of cases where, for example, MH17, when Putin and Russia has a 20 version, who is responsible for the disastrous terrorist attack on the almost 300 innocent victims. And Putin said that that was a Ukrainian plane, a Ukrainian missile, some mistake of the dispatcher, many others. But what me as a president do at that time, I just invite the international investigation team from the nation who suffered the most from this terroristic attack. And now we have a court cases in Netherlands evidencing that Putin is liar. The same situation now. How we can Putin is lying? Just openness. We would be more than happy to have as many international correspondents as possible. They should be at the front line. They should be in Kiev. They should see with their own eyes the Russian plane, Russian missiles, and the victims among the Ukrainian civil population and among Ukrainian soldiers. And you, dear journalists, dear very dear CNN, which playing a very important role, is playing a good things against Russian information war. We are for peace. We are for ceasefire.